What is up, everybody? This is Carl Schickert. I am very, very excited today. I'm actually going to be interviewing an influencer and marketing monster in the online market space. His guy is a legend. He's been around since the late 90s, like the early .com era. And his name is Jeff Mills. And Jeff Mills was a youth pastor before he started marketing online. He loved marketing with youth events. And as he transitioned into internet marketing, the passions for marketing events, products, and services took over. Jeff is now a full-time internet marketer, informational entrepreneur, book author, speaker, sales coach, CEO, and avid traveler. He's sold and co-created over $25 million in products and services since 2003. And Jeff is uniquely qualified to help you grow your business and speaks to people all over the world to help them grow their online business and make more money while working less. Who doesn't want to work less, guys? So Jeff has created his own products about outsourcing, Facebook marketing, even e-commerce and podcasting, as well as becoming a successful affiliate marketer, marketing products from other super affiliates and doing webinars. Also, Jeff is a single father and lives in Woodbury, Minnesota with his daughter Isabella, and runs his multiple income stream businesses from his home office with teams and partners around the world. So guys, without further ado, I want to give us a warm welcome for Jeff Mills. So Jeff, excited to have you here, buddy.
Thanks, Carl, for having me here. I'm so excited to do this call. I can't wait.
Sweet. So, I'm just kind of like looking into your background and learning a lot of stuff about what you're doing. And I'm very excited to have you here. I think you're going to really bring a lot of good tips and nuggets and ideas and strategies and, whatever else, you feel comfortable with bringing to our audience. But our podcast is called Chatbots and Digital Marketing, and we're all about chatbots, and we're also all about digital marketing. And it looks like you've been an absolute beast in the industry as far as Facebook ads and outsourcing and even e-commerce and podcasting. And a lot of our listeners are totally into this kind of stuff. So definitely honored to have you on this call. Jeff, tell me a little bit about your background. I know I've told everybody you were a pastor or a youth pastor. But tell me a little bit about your business. Like, what was it that got you into the online marketing space?
Oh, it's a great question. It was a necessity of being a broke youth pastor. So not having a lot of money, living on a fixed income, loving what I was doing at the time, but realizing that if I kept doing it, I'd only make whatever it was I was getting paid at the time. I think it was like $2,200 a month was my income. And I realized, wow, if I just kept doing this, maybe next year they'll give me $100 raise a month, and I was like, they ain't going to go anywhere with this making money stuff. So that's when the internet was born. And I started looking and researching just like everybody else always did before they all got involved in the internet. And I'm like, you know what, this internet thing might be the way that I can make some money. And I might learn, about internet marketing. So like many of you listening right now, I went out there and I tried everything and bought everything under the sun, and I failed miserably at it right away. It just fell flat on my face. And then I found a guy, I found a mentor, I found somebody who was actually making a lot of money, and I joined his mentoring course. And I remember the moment I did that, like I wanted to do that. And I went to my wife at the time and I said, hey, this guy is like a superstar. This guy's going to show me how to make money. And it's going to cost $500 to join this guy's mentoring program. And she looked at me and said, $500? We don't got $500. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to put it on a credit card. We're going to finance our way in. And she's like, no, I think you need to go do some more research. And so I said, what does that mean? She says, go contact people who bought this guy's program, find out who they are, and see if it actually works, and then pray about it. And so I said, all right, I'll do that. I did the two things. I prayed about it. And then I went out there and I found people buying this guy's program and studied it. And I called them and they all told me the same thing. Everything he says is real and it's legit. So I ponied up my $500, and I kid you guys not, for 5 years, I was trying to make money online. And in 5 days, I made more money than I had in 5 years doing the strategies this guy had taught me and mentored me with. And then I went on to start making $10,000 a month with this guy's training and strategies he taught me. And at that point, it was about 2003. My daughter was about maybe a little over a year old. And I decided I was going to become a stay-home dad. and step out of being a paid minister, because I believe everyone's a minister, just some get paid for it. And so I came home to be a minister to my family in a way, and I wanted to raise my daughter from the first steps and see her walk, see her talk, and be a part of all of her life, and did it as a stay-home dad. That's how I got started. I just kind of left my way in, finally found the right system, found the right mentor, and plugged into their system, and I was cranking out money every single day.
Awesome. That is phenomenal. And, I think that everybody can really relate to that story. There was definitely some things in there that you said that I think it's important for everybody to pick up. One is where the struggle was being able to come up with that $500, which at the time probably seemed like a world of money. But in all reality, it's really not. Figuring out how to do that and wanting to be a better provider for your family. And then also the other thing was that you found mentorship, and the difference between mentorship and trying to, trial by error, trial by fire is you're constantly, you're constantly being pushed around by this and that product because you follow so many people sometimes, and you just keep buying stuff and never really sticking to something and trying it. And so you found a mentor who kind of steers you in the right direction, which is pretty amazing. That's, it's
Right.
sometimes hard to find those kind of people. May I ask you, who was your mentor?
It's a guy named Val Smith. Val Smith is out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And Val was really strong in the network marketing training, helping people who were starting direct sales businesses at the time. And I was selling a high ticket travel product at the time. And I ended up just crushing it. Like I ended up getting to the point where I was at one point, I remember it was August 2000 and I think 6. I had made $100,000 that month. It was crazy.
Nice. So yeah, good month to get in the business.
That's a good year in 1 month.
Yeah. So I see your background too was in e-commerce. So tell me a little bit about that.
So back in 2012, 2011, Teespring was born. Teespring was like one of the first digital platforms where people could go and log into Teespring, upload graphics onto a T-shirt, and then sell these T-shirts, these custom-made T-shirts to people online. But as easy as that was at first, like it was really easy to do, to come up with a concept, put a design on a T-shirt. I had a team of designers that I work with in the Philippines, and I could do that. But we didn't know who was going to buy these shirts. Who were going to sell these shirts to? Like, it's crazy. Like, think about it. Like, we don't know where to sell these things to people. And then Facebook, came along, and Facebook started doing very specific niche markets that we could target people on Facebook ads. We could target people who loved a specific dog breed, for example, or a specific cat breed, or people who were nurses, or people who were doctors, or people who liked a specific sports team. And once we knew who those people were, we could put these custom shirts right in front of those people. And since it was so new and so exciting, people were seeing things in their Facebook newsfeed they'd never seen before that was exactly who they were, with funny sayings about being a nurse. And they were buying these things like crazy. It was like printing money. It was so awesome. So we started using Teespring, and we started using Facebook to drive the traffic to our Teespring shirts. And then we moved from Teespring to Shopify and had our own stores with Shopify and a back end with that. And that's how we got into the e-commerce space.
Awesome. Well, one thing I love about e-commerce is it's pretty duplicatable, and also you learn so much, like how to move traffic. Like when Facebook, I remember back then too, Don Wilson had like a really good Facebook
ads crack.
Facebook
remember
ads
that?
Crack.
Yep.
Crazy good group. The Teespring was like the innovators in a sense that brought physical print on demand products, mainly t-shirts, to marketers. And yeah, it was a good time. A lot of people crushed it and made a ton of money. A lot of brands were born, which was a pretty amazing time. And that's why I was wondering about your e-commerce background. That's awesome. I saw you've done over $25 million in products. That's amazing, to do in itself. So again, I commend you for all of this, all the stuff that you've done. Kind of getting back into this. So things have changed, right? The markets change. Things kind of dry up, or they get, Facebook changes, algorithms change, ads change. Because I'm sure you were doing like PPC ads before Facebook, with the travel type of stuff and SEO. And so all these things have changed from today. What are some, being in this business as long as you have been, what are some of the major changes you're seeing going into, 2019 and 2020 that you think people need to be focused on? Because I think that someone like you, you're able to kind of predict things based off of your experience.
Well, you got to go where the people are, and there's certain places on the web where you can get a little bit of echo there. There's certain places on the web where you can get the traffic you need, and Facebook is one of those places that's going to continue to provide an ever-flowing stream of traffic to people. It's never going to run out. It's going to continue to be a huge traffic source for people. Another place is LinkedIn. And if you want to go after B2B sales, if those of you who are doing chatbots and local business marketing, you want to go after doctors, dentists, chiropractors, plastic surgeons, other people in those kind of niche markets that need leads and new customers, you can reach out to them through the LinkedIn platform and send them a private message and initiate a conversation to see if they're open to having you doing the marketing for them. And I think people think, man, that echoes. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's bugging me. Is it coming across really loud?
Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
It's coming through my phone. Let me see if I can change something here real quick. I'm going to go off speakerphone. So
Okay.
I can still hear it a little bit. But so what I think is great is that, believe it or not, people are so scared of sending cold emails to people. And believe it or not, people still will read an email that shows up out of the blue with any context of a relationship, and they'll read it and they'll actually say, I could use a service like that. So if you initiate a message through LinkedIn and you're talking to a chiropractor, you're like, hey, I help chiropractors with chatbots, and I set up these chatbot systems for chiropractors to get people into their marketing funnel so they can, eventually get them on the phone and, find out what their pains are and, help them get rid of their pain from a chiropractic service. Are you interested in helping me get you more clients? Like, they're open to these conversations and they respond to those emails and those conversations because they're all needing help. And we all know that. That's why we're in the local business marketing space. That every single business out there, their lifeblood of their business is having new customers come through their door. So there's platforms like Facebook. There's platforms like LinkedIn. There's other platforms like Pinterest, and a lot of people use Pinterest. You can buy ads and advertising on these platforms because there's so many eyeballs in front of you that are seeing offers that you can pay to have your offer shown in front of certain niche marketing people that your ad's going to get seen. And then you're going to get a lead coming through your funnel so you can sell them your services and what you do best.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, LinkedIn is definitely a hot source for finding business to business leads, opening up conversations, doing presentations, and closing sales for chatbot services. So love that one. And Facebook, Messenger direct messaging people is pretty hot as well. And so you and I have a lot in common, Jeff.
Well, what's cool about that too, if you're selling chatbot services, how great would it be to sell chatbot services by actually using a chatbot on, let's say, a chiropractor or a plastic surgeon, and they get into your chatbot funnel to see how great chatbots are, and at the end of that chatbot funnel doing its piece, educating them and asking them questions, and they're kind of like choose your own adventure, they're filling in the chatbot questions, and it's just leading them down that path to eventually they say, wow, what you just did with me, I want to do to my customers, and have them go through a funnel just like I just went through. That's really cool stuff. And that's what I love about the future of technology is like what you guys are doing with chatbots and what other businesses are doing with chatbots is people love to interact with artificial intelligence. It's crazy. Like, how many of you guys listening to this call have Siri on your phone? You're asking Siri questions. It's a computer. It's a robot. It's not a real person, but you go, hey, Alexa, and play this music station, or hey, Google, turn on my lights, and Google turns your lights on. People nowadays are really into that automation, and that chat artificial intelligence can save people tons of, you all know this, I'm just speaking to the choir, but it saves people a ton of time and resources because now you don't have to hire a person to answer all these questions all the time. And a computer can be programmed to give all the right responses and inputs to lead through the final process, which is book a date and time on my calendar. Let's talk about doing business.
It was so funny right now. You were talking about artificial intelligence and chatbots and all that stuff. And when you said something about turning your lights on, literally, Google um, just basically told me like my light settings are not set.
Oh, did the OK Google trigger something in your
Yeah,
house?
yeah, it activated Google. It was pretty funny.
Everyone's OK Google just got turned on when I said that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. That's what I love. Like, and that is so true. I think same thing for me. I really see the markets changing towards artificial intelligence and chatbots. And if people don't adapt, they're going to be left in the wind. I mean, they're going to be just dust in the wind. And the cool thing though is that if you're on the ball with it and you're in front of it, it's like the old early days of internet marketing and email marketing even. I mean, I'm not saying that email marketing is going away. It's still great, but chatbots just so much more, just works so much better. So yeah, exactly.
It's great technology, and I'm glad people like you have really contributed to the marketplace with your technology that helps people that can use these chatbots on their fan pages to answer questions. Chatbots is still like, my mom's in the room with me right now. I don't know if my mom would ever talk to a chatbot. I don't know if she'd ever figure out how to do it, or she'd be more frustrated like asking it the wrong questions and getting the bad input back. But some of the younger people might have more ease with it. It might be a younger market thing, and the older marketers or the older people, the users, might have to figure things out quickly. But I think we're in a different age now where some of the younger people actually love this kind of technology versus some of the older generations. But it's definitely like the new thing, and people need to know how to do it, and they should be marketing with it in their businesses right now because people like it. They want to be marketed that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the thing is too, is even like the older generations, a lot of times don't even know they're actually talking to a chatbot just because of
That's true.
It's just instant gratification when they're trying to get an answer to something, and
Yep.
and the way I look at it too is AI is still not there yet. We're still probably a good 4 to 5 years before, maybe less, but AI is not quite there yet. However, it's a great pivot to a live conversation. It's a good icebreaker. It's a good door opener. It's a good indoctrinator and educator before, to pre-qualify someone before you ever even talk to them.
I think I saw something in the newspaper the other day or on the news headlines just recently that said something like, Google is so smart with their AI technology that pretty soon Google's going to know more about us than we know about ourselves. And they're going to know even more about our emotional spirit and our emotional sense of where we're at emotionally right now, and be able to send us things through the platforms that might, help us feel better without us even knowing it. That's cool and scary at the same time.
Yeah, that is scary, but it's also going to be a fun world at some point. It'll definitely be. It should technically be an easier to do things with, like, these self-driving cars and auto order fulfillment. You don't have to even look at screens. Eventually, we're not even going to have smartphones. We'll have these little units we stick on our ears and a little piece of glass that we put on our eye, where we can talk to each other through. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, the future is exciting.
We're living in Star Trek times.
Yep.
All right. Well, very cool, Jeff. I really appreciate you for being on our podcast, Chatbots and Digital Marketing. I definitely think a lot of people got to learn a little bit about your past and also the future, where things are going. And I just really, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you for being live on our call. One thing I want to ask you before we jump off this call is, what is like one thing that you would like to leave our audience with that maybe have changed your life, or is something that you've helped other people change their life with? Maybe it's a concept or an idea.
That's a great question. That's a great question. One thing I think that we need to get straight with marketing, helping people with marketing. I'll give you guys just a little bit of a riff here. A lot of websites are made really poorly. And so we have all these businesses out there that have these, what I call brochure websites, where they go to that, land on that website, and there's like 15 links they can click through. There's an About Us page they can go watch. There's a Contact Us. There's all these places they can click on that are useless from getting that lead to do the one most important thing we want them to do, which is give us their name, email, and phone number. And so as digital marketers, as people in this space where, like, you guys are doing chatbots and you've got clients and customers that have these existing websites, they're never going to convert a lead no matter what they do. And they don't even know it. That's the problem. They don't even know it. We've got these old technology websites with all these links that people click on, but never get them to fill out a form. And I think what people need to move towards in the future, and what you guys need to help your clients and customers know, is the squeeze page is still a powerful way to capture the lead. A squeeze page is still the way to send traffic directly from an offer on Facebook or directly from an offer on LinkedIn or whatever platform you're driving traffic to. Never send traffic to a brochure website. Well, there's just a bunch of information to get people lost in the mix. You always want to be sending people from the click to a squeeze page with a great offer that gets them to opt in, hopefully name, phone number, and email address, and then push them into the next step, which might be the brochure website or the place where they can start, surfing through information and gathering information. But not only that, you guys, having a follow-up system is so important. That's where so many people miss their sales. And you totally agree with this, Carl, that so many people miss the sales because they don't have a good follow-up system. Chatbots are great for that because they can be programmed to follow up over periods of time and initiate a conversation and get people back into the sales loop. But I use technology like when a person fills out my squeeze page and they put their name, their phone number, their email address in there, there's three things that are going to happen right away. Number one, they're going to get an immediate text message from my platform saying, hey, it's Jeff. I just wanted to reach out to you. This is my real phone number. This is a real personal text message from me. I just want to say thanks for visiting my site and learning about what I'm doing. And if there's anything I can do for you, just text me back. And so that's a real text message, but it's automated. It comes automated. It happens through my platform I use. And then when they also are getting an email, now they're in my autoresponder. And now they can get followed up with in the autoresponder, with email, kicking them every day, just to keep them warm, giving them content about me, teaching them, letting them know I'm an expert. So eventually they get to the point where they might know, like, and trust me through just the email services that are coming. Another thing I do that I think you guys should do is I also send a voicemail drop, a ringless voicemail. So I can do it two ways. There's one or two ways you can do it. You can either do a ringless voicemail where it just shows up right on their cell phone, and it just their phone rings all of a sudden and it's like a message, and it's a voicemail from me, and that just has a quick voicemail saying, hey, it's Jeff, just want to reach out. Same thing the text message says basically. Hey, I just want to reach out and say thanks for visiting my stuff. I'd love to speak to you more if you have any questions about what I'm doing. Here's my best number to reach me at, and let's get on the phone and talk and see if I can help you with X, Y, Z. That's a ringless voicemail message. But I also do a live, what I call press one live answer transfer. And this one's powerful. What happens is actually their phone will ring like 5 to 10 seconds after they opt into my website. They're going to get a phone call on their cell phone, and it's going to say, hey, this is Jeff. I'm calling you. You're on my website just a few seconds ago. I just wanted to say hello. I'm a real human being out there, and I really help businesses grow, and I really help businesses succeed and get them more leads. And, if you like what I just did with you, check your inbox. You've got a text message. You've got an email message, and now you got me calling you. And, I don't know if you have any questions, but you can press 1 on your phone right now, and you'll be connected to me directly, and we can answer your questions and talk one-on-one. So if you're interested, press 1, and you'll be connected to me live, and we'll start having a dialogue and a conversation. And people will press 1, and all of a sudden my phone rings, and it's a prospect who's right there ready to talk to me that I can sell on my services that I offer. So I think, that's the way we generate leads. That's the value that we want to give our customers and get them right to the money quicker, which is getting them in a conversation with a sales conversation with somebody. And, for local businesses who all need more leads, if we were able to get leads to connect to the office of the dentist quickly that way, that dentist office phone's going to be ringing off the hook. If we can do that with the right marketing, sending traffic from these portals where all these people are hanging out, and then bring them through a properly formatted squeeze page, and then have automated technology in the background, that's what fires me up, as you can tell. And I hope, that gave you guys some insights of some really cool things in the future that you can use to enhance your marketing and add some automation to your flow. So it's not just, so many people do this manually, but it doesn't have to be manual. It can be all automated. So that's my kind of final thought and my big gift for everybody there. Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely some good ideas there. Great way to use cross-market channels to, move people and get them on a call.
Can I interrupt you, Carl, and add one more, a fourth option?
Sure.
And it's all based on what you inspired me with. that fourth option is connect them to a chatbot, because I bet you could do that the same way. So as soon as someone opts into your squeeze page, they either check a box or something on that opt-in form, so where they're into a messenger list, and they can also start getting that follow-up through a messenger bot. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but on Messenger chatbots, Facebook sends an email. It sends a push notification. It's also can send an SMS text if they have
Yeah.
it turned on. So yeah, the chatbots are very, very, they work really incredibly well. I think that's part of the reason why they have such high open rates, because all of those link back into Messenger itself. And then from Messenger, you can have a live phone call dialed directly from Messenger to the incoming service or call center or office. So
That's fantastic. So you can do everything all within the Messenger platform. See, I'm learning myself how the power of the Messenger bots are advancing now from what they were even like 2 years ago.
yeah, they are amazing ways to capture leads, move people, convert sales. Hey, Jeff, again, thank you so much for being on our call and giving us all those amazing tips on how to move traffic and convert sales, which is something that we love on our podcast, and I'm sure our listeners are going to love it. One last question, too, is where can people find you? On Facebook,
Uh, the,
LinkedIn?
yeah, probably the best place just to kind of see about me, go to jeffmills.com, and you can kind of read my bio and see the different things I've created and read my story. Also have a digital marketing agency that's called Traffic Mills. So you go to trafficmills.com. I like to put Mills at the name of all my links, so trafficmills.com and jeffmills.com.
Awesome. Well, that's a wrap. Hey, guys, thanks for listening to our call, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. This is Carl Schickert. Talk soon.